Welcome back to the Cosmic Orca Productions podcast. We are running the one-shot Marooned on Marduk. This was the most flawless intro. Before we get started, I want to introduce everybody. Alex.
Hello, it's me, Alex, still being a player, and it's really nice, actually. I am playing Tobias DeYoung, still undetermined on exactly what his final speaking voice is going to be. But yeah, he is a failed rock star who became a Marine. He was drafted, actually. I made a mistake before. He didn't join. He was drafted into the Marines. Did that for a while, so he got kicked out of that. Tried to do a normal agent career job, got kicked out of that, was a drifter. And now he is currently getting ready to get mauled to death by a Garenumbrite, or whatever it was that it was called. So should be a good time for me.
Is there a fun fact in there?
Was there? During the Marines, he did not. He did serve alongside quite a few of the other traveler alien species like the Aslan and Vargers as well, but he didn't really talk to them much because he was too busy being grumpy about not getting to be a musician instead of being a really efficient killer in the Marines.
Love that.
Hi, I'm Richard, and I play Florynce Khimæra, current knight and future governor of the Galactic Government. And Florence's favorite genre of music is Japanese city pop. She's always wanted to play the saxophone, but doesn't have time for that because the government needs her more, and so she just enjoys some city pop.
Can you describe what Florynce usually wears? Because I want to see if it's what I am
I do have a
picturing she wears.
headcanon.
Oh, yeah. It's usually, blazer, either a powder blue or beige collared shirt, with sometimes it's a pantsuit type, but sometimes business skirt is fine too.
Exactly what I was picturing.
Yeah.
Did you just describe Hillary Clinton?
Oh no, but but she does have a picture of her on her wall.
Why?
Just
It's like those people that have like pictures of like ancient kings and queens.
yes, it's like that. Thank you. It's exactly that. It's like a painted portrait. It's not a picture. It's
You're
painted.
Leslie Knope.
I was just going to say, it's very Leslie Knope.
So Leslie Knope's too cool.
It's true.
Yeah, it's more. I forgot what the name is. If you watch New Girl, it's one of Schmidt's government.
Fawn
Moscato is the inspiration, but
yeah,
for all you
definitely
listeners
was
out there.
Imagining a business pencil skirt. So,
yeah, exactly. Yes.
See, I went more outlandish. I was getting, it was almost like a Queen Amidala style, like
Whoa.
ornate, but also with like severe high hair and like a high collar. So this is changing my headcanon, but I like it.
Oh, she's not that cool.
My image
I wish.
was the exact middle ground between that. I pictured
Okay.
like a J-pop idol.
like a pleated skirt
Yep.
and like yeah, totally.
But like with the business like blazer on top of it, so like it's very professional, but it's also very, very in your face.
That's great.
Remember last time I talked about the watch. She's got the watch.
Yes,
the
yes,
only
the very
thing
gaudy
about her
Yes.
that's in your face
That's
is
right, I
the
forgot about
ridiculous
But it's
watch.
masculine too. It's kind of the severe, there's a severity about her.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
Love it.
Cool.
My name's Trey. I play Sergeant Major Hector Bombardier. An interesting fact about Hector is because of his travels through the military, he did a lot of like sampling for different whiskeys around the galaxy. So he collects high grade whiskey. Like he's well above the budget he normally would have, but it's like the only thing he splurges on.
Oh my god.
Cool.
Love that too.
Yeah, and I'm Paul, and I'm playing Julia Armstrong, And fun fact about Julia is she has really big discounts for her regulars at her mechanic shop. So if you get to know her and she knows your family, oftentimes the 5th oil change is free, or, she'll just hook you up or get you the right things. And, those special spark plugs, no upcharge. She's got your back. So I scratch your back, you scratch mine, maybe. Next time we get a shipment of good whiskey in at the saloon, she might get a free bottle of it.
Oh, well, you know that Hector's always going there.
He's you get the friends and family discount, of course.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be some trade goods, trade services happening amongst this group.
Once we survive, that is.
Yes, if you survive.
We can make it home.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, let's give a quick recap here. Long story short, you abandoned the crashed ship, buried the pilots' bodies. Now you're trying to find shelter.
We didn't bury them. We threw them in the ocean and I stole their wallets.
It was a burial at sea.
I also stole their wallets.
We didn't have time to actually bury them, so...
Yeah, that would take a lot of work.
What are they going to do with their wallets?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I got 60 credits.
They don't need them.
They weren't going to be spending them. It's
No.
fine.
The pilots' bodies were respectfully thrown into the ocean.
I don't want us to come across
Respectfully.
too good.
And so it's starting to get dark, and so you don't want to find out what's coming for the ship if you stuck around. So you're trying to find either higher ground or shelter. And as you all were making your way through the environment, Tobias noticed that something was watching you guys or following you guys. And it wasn't until there was a claw coming at Tobias's face that you realize what it is. And so it's Tobias and Corinne facing this wolf-like werewolfy creature. It's called a Garin-Embrate. Garin-Embrate. I don't know. So you've got a claw coming at your face.
All right. Well, I don't like that. So, if at all possible, I'd like to try to not get swiped in the face.
Okay.
Some kind of dodge.
You want to dodge it?
I want to try and get out of the way, yeah.
Sure. Let's do a athletics. Dexterity roll.
Oh man, that's a 7.
Okay. Well, it does swipe you.
Yes.
But let's see. Ooh, it misses.
Cool.
And so you see it in all of its glory. So it's large, it's bristly furred, it's all standing up. It has really long legs, which is creepy. And it has like some brown stripes. And their eyes are like their major feature. They're big and they're orange and yellow and glow.
Okay.
Can we tame it?
Can you befriend it?
Can we befriend it?
These don't want to be your friend. But they move really, really silently, so they're really hard to detect, which is why you didn't notice until the last minute. And they've got really long fangs and claws. So it's just you and Corinne.
Yep.
You guys are kind of out of range for it. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna shoot it.
Oh, okay. Give it a try.
A reasonable thought.
So what? I know gun combat, obviously, but what? And I'm going to use my auto 2. So I will be using 4 rounds of ammunition. But if I succeed, I will do 2 additional damage.
Okay.
So I'm assuming dex and gun combat.
Yes.
That is a 10.
Okay. That hits it.
Okay. 8. 8
Okay.
damage.
All right, so you definitely hit it, and it yelps because you hit it somewhere. You can't tell where, and it immediately retreats and runs away. But it's howling, as if it's calling for others.
Do we hear the gunshots and howls? Because I was already trying to circle back to kind of catch up with them.
Yes, you definitely hear the gunshot and the howls.
Gotcha.
And I think it's light enough still to where you can still see from a distance, because the Garin and Brait is really big.
Gotcha.
And so you can definitely see it. Yeah, so it runs away. It's running away, but it sounds like it's calling for backup.
And we were headed toward the ruins of an office building, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
How far is it?
I would say if you're running, probably 15 minutes away.
But we're dragging a big thing.
Yeah.
Well, we scared it off. We should leave.
Did you catch up to us?
Yeah, I would have told, what's her name, Corinne? Mm-hmm. Corinne, yeah, it's like, Corinne, we got to get the fuck out of here. Like, this thing's not sticking around to fight, so we should take advantage of this moment and get out of here.
We should. And I've only heard of these things through passed down stories. I've never seen one. It just matches what the stories I've heard, the yellow eyes. I do know that they usually travel in packs. So if there's one, there's more. So we need to get out of here.
Let's get the fuck out of here. And yeah, you'll see us running back through the woods saying, all right, guys, I bought us some time. We need to get out of here, though.
Seems like a good idea. Let's keep moving.
Okay, so as you keep going, you're getting closer and closer to the ruins. In the distance, you hear more howling, and it's more than just one now. You guys can't... Well, is anyone proficient in nature?
I don't see
Yeah,
nature.
nature's not on
That would
here.
be a science subset, I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't know. Not me.
I ain't a science guy.
Okay, so yeah, you guys can't tell how many it is, but there's more than one. And
Are we running?
Or do we leave the pack and run, or what do we do?
We got to keep these survival kits because we need them to, survive.
Move swiftly. Tobias, can you take rear with me and we'll cover?
Yeah, I can do
Lay
that.
some fire if necessary.
Yeah.
Evan speaks up. Do we need the tent or the raft? If we're headed towards these ruins, do you think we need this extra shelter?
Tent maybe. Raft probably not.
Let's just remember where we put it if we have to come back.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, we offload the raft, keep the tent.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Cool. So I feel like that's enough to where you can like put it on your back or something, so you're not dragging
Sure.
so much stuff.
2 rafts, by the way. At least that's what I have written down. That we had 2 rafts.
Okay. All right. So you have approached the ruins. It's probably maybe an hour before real dusk. So it's still light outside, but it's definitely dark is approaching very quickly. So you get to the ruins. You're walking in, and it's just completely pitch black. Do you go inside?
I'll go first. I'll need a flashlight, though, please.
Yeah.
Yep, the survival kit has flashlight.
Okay.
Perfect. I was like, I don't have a
I had a feeling one of these, we have like 700 of these little kits. I'm sure one of them had to have a light in it. Yeah, so I'll just click that on and gun out, flashlight out.
Would you allow me to do either survival or recon to tell if anything has been in this area recently?
Do recon.
Okay. $12.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, wait. Is that plus anything from my... What's my modifier for that? Education. Either way. I was like, it's either education or intellect, but I don't have a modifier either, so it's still 12.
Okay, yep, I think I would have done education.
Okay.
Okay, so you do notice some tracks. So you can't tell what made the tracks.
Okay.
But it seems that someone or something has been passing in and out of the ruins
Gotcha.
from time to time, and they've left a trail of tracks, and it looks like a well-used path.
Okay. I'll give you a heads up, Tobias. Saying something's been in and out of here, so just keep your wits about you.
I'll do what I can.
Right? You'll press deeper into the
ruins.
to the ruins.
Into the ruins.
Okay.
He loudly proclaims.
Not in character.
Okay, so as you go deeper and deeper into the ruins, it seems like it just goes straight back, and it's almost like you're in some big building, but there's no, I mean, it's all broken down, like it all looks all grown over vegetation, and just rocks everywhere and rubble everywhere. And so as you go deeper, it gets quieter and quieter. You're not hearing the sounds of the outside anymore. You're not hearing the howls anymore. And so with that, your senses are a little bit more sharp. And so then you start to smell something in the air. Maybe smoke.
What if there's other people here with a fire?
I mean, might be some people to help us out. Might be,
Aren't there raiders?
might be raiders too. Hard to say.
Can we stealth our way? Can we drop our stuff near the entrance and then try to stealth our way to see what's going on with the smoke?
I don't think we should all go. Maybe just a couple sneaky people.
I have 1 stealth.
I do too.
I do not. I have nothing in stealth and would be a liability.
Hector and I can guard the tent.
Maybe we can sneak up.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Go ahead, and anyone who is stealthing, roll stealth and I guess dexterity.
$10 for me.
Okay.
6.
Oh no.
Yikes.
Okay. So Julia, you're stealthing pretty good, and you're able to enter this kind of area where you notice that there's a little bit of smoke coming from what you think is a fire pit, and it doesn't look like it's been out for long. So it's still warm. So it's almost like someone left maybe a few hours ago. And Tobias, with a 6, you don't stealth as well. You're probably kicking some rocks, making a little bit of noise. It is echoing.
I would imagine I would be coughing because I keep forgetting I'm 50.
Yeah, you might be coughing from all the dust. So you're making a lot of vibrations in this ruin, and making lots of echoes. But you both make it into the room. Or area.
Tobias, it looks like someone put out this fire maybe earlier this afternoon. I don't think they just doused it right before we entered. It would be a little hotter than that. But it was today.
Yeah, probably.
Do you have an inhaler? I've noticed you're breathing kind of heavy. I mean, I'm glad no one was in here because I think they would have heard you coming.
I'm just not as young as I used to be.
Oh, I know that feeling. Try having 2 kids.
Well played.
Do we have walkie-talkies?
You have like rudimentary comms, and so yeah, walkie-talkies.
I'd be like, Hector, we found a fire pit, so we think there were people here, but it's been doused for a few hours, so I think we're safe if you want to bring the rest.
Copy that. Any chance there's a sign of insurgents, or are there supplies in the nearby area that people might be coming back?
I'm not sure. Let's take a look. And I'll relay that to Tobias, and maybe we can look around.
Okay. Yep. So if you're looking, roll recon and education.
Can I also, I don't know if this is the same thing, I have a profession in scavenger.
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
Can I
nice.
do like scavenger and intellect maybe, or whatever?
Yep, that makes sense.
Seems specifically relevant to this service.
I just wanted intellect because that's what I'm better at, but it's all good.
10.
Nope, not even gonna. Nope.
Too winded.
Okay, Tobias, you in your old age and your eyesight just aren't what they used to be. You do see the like faint glowing embers, and you can tell that it looks like there's little like seats made out of rocks around the fire pit. So you can see the fire and the seats. Julia, you see
I
that.
sit down on one of the seats.
Sure.
Yeah, Pops, take a break. Take a break.
Julia, you notice that this fire pit was most likely used for cooking or just as a way to warm up, so that you don't see any weapons or sleeping bags. It's just the fire, but they did arrange the rocks to create like a little fire pit, so it's intelligent.
You know how you can tell at a campsite if someone's been camping for a week versus they just camped for a day? Does it look like, similar to the path we saw coming into the ruins of a beaten path, does this look heavily used, like it's a recurring fire pit?
Yes. So, yep, the around the fire pit stones, it's charred, like the fire's been reused over and over. The seats are well worn. So it seems like it's been here for a long time and is used quite a bit.
Now, Toby, I think we got a 3-bear situation here. I think they're out in the woods doing what they're going to do, and I think they're going to be back.
Yeah, probably. Can at least rest here for a few minutes, then we'll probably just need to leave. At least, give that fucking werewolf monster a chance to leave, lose our track.
I mean, do you think that the fact that, obviously this is made by people,
Yes.
do you think that the fact that people have been able to stay here and cook their food and live here or whatever and didn't get killed by werewolves is a good thing? Like, maybe we should just use it and hold up, and then when they come back, give them a warm greeting and a full belly, like, just...
Or an ambush.
What's that, Florynce? I look at my comms.
No, we're not there yet.
No, it's fine.
Oh, I'm not talking to them. Right.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so what are y'all doing
Yeah.
in the other room?
Or an ambush. Not accurate.
Well, are we hearing that through comms?
No, I don't think so.
No. Oh,
We're just chatting.
we're chatting. I'm actually practicing my Marduk campaign speech for when I try to get the planet to vote for me for the galactic government. I'm trying it on Hector.
Finan is becoming increasingly more anxious. He's like, I don't like this. Did you hear that? And then Evan is saying...
Finance constant state of being is that.
Yeah, I'm like,
Evan is trying to comfort him, saying, we've found shelter, and moving hastily in these conditions might prove to be quite unwise. It's essential we weigh the risk before deciding to leave.
You have a good head on your shoulders.
Thank you.
Like how pragmatic you are about all of this.
Well, of course.
Yes,
yes.
check in with the team. Hey, Jules, what's the status? Over.
We looked around the campfire, like you said, and we're pretty sure that some group of people have been living here a while. Like, this fire is well used, it's all charred and everything, but that also makes me think it may be safe. The fact that they've been able to stay here time and again and not been eaten by wolf people, I don't know what that was. Not wolf people. That came out wrong.
That's racist.
We hear over the walkie.
It's crazy.
Just hear him scream that from the other side of the fucking thing.
Oh no, scream.
Not like Mr. Sanderson. Is that his name? Sanderson?
Yeah.
He's very nice. He's a wolf person, not like wolf people. You know what I mean? That Garina Flan or whatever that was.
Sweetheart,
Ganniber,
take
right?
your foot out of your mouth.
Anyway, get over here.
okay.
Bring the food. We can make a fire. I'm going to start it.
Copy that. We'll on our way.
Okay.
I'll start moving the group, but I want to kind of give everybody a heads up. We probably won't be here long. If there's insurgents in the area, we can't stay because they'll be back and in greater numbers. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know how easily they frighten yet, though.
And so you're starting a fire?
Yeah, I mean, I might check with Tobias. Should we start a fire?
No.
Oh,
Fire
okay.
will be seen. We
We're
don't want
inside a building.
buildings have windows.
How deep? We
smoking?
walked a while.
Okay.
Is this like the Blair Witch Project? Is it like is it dark except for our like cameras in our faces?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, we're in a cave.
building.
Basically.
A
Building.
we're
It's
in
an
a
old
building,
office
yeah.
building.
Yeah,
But-
there's very minimal light coming in, so it's basically
It'll
just your
be
flashlight.
Easy to spot a light if there was one in the building. I think we refrain from lighting a fire, especially if we're not going to be here long enough to fully enjoy it.
I mean, I don't know where else we're going to spend the night. I thought we may have to just stay the night here.
I don't think that's a good idea. I think that's a bad idea. We just need to rest up, let that Gurinim Bright thing lose our scent, and then head back out and find somewhere that's not here potentially to actually set up camp.
If we stay here, we're going to end up having to fight for it.
Yeah.
I still think offering food and warm bellies can go a long way, but you know better than I do.
What's the girl who's from here? What's her name again?
Corinne.
Corinne. A look at Corinne. Corinne, do you know anything about this group? Would they be willing to take us in as if we were just able to provide something for them? Or is this a group of people that we can't really negotiate with?
As far as I know, there aren't any native tribes out here. So to be honest, I'm a little surprised to see this fire at all. I'd only heard
Likely insurgents then, right?
maybe.
What would we, if it was, just humor me, do we have anything that we could offer that you think could ingratiate us to them? Or are we looking at a scenario where we just need to be as far away from them as possible?
I think our best bet is to stay as out of sight as we can.
Okay. I say we trust the expert on the matter.
Yes.
Okay, so are y'all sitting at the fire or sitting?
Do a quick stop, give everybody water.
Yeah. This is a good rest area.
But then
Okay.
we keep moving.
Yep.
Okay. You start to hear some rocks on the ground moving.
Are we close enough to a window to peek out, or
Yeah, like footsteps? What do you mean by rocks?
You just hear rocks hitting against the floor, as if maybe something's approaching, something's moving the rocks, and then
sound like inside or outside?
inside.
Oh.
Do
call's coming from
either
inside the
of
house.
you have? I'm trying to think of one that's like what you can like see in the dark.
We don't have dark vision.
Maybe survival,
Yeah, that might fit it.
survival and intellect.
All right. I can do that. I have a +3.
I have
I got +1.
Nothing.
Ooh. I got a 10.
I got a 14.
Oh, wait, no, 11. Sorry.
got a 6.
Okay, what did you get?
11.
Hector? Okay. Both of you notice in the distance there are some very dim lights and they're approaching. So you can tell they're not running at you, they're just kind of approaching.
Okay. But nothing about what's in the building with us right
Nope.
now? Okay.
I think you can attribute that sound to the lights, though.
Oh, okay.
If we listen very closely, do we hear them singing "Hi Ho" on the way back home?
Let's hide.
It's
Should we
on the
hide?
wind. I can hear it.
Should we hide and see what they are?
I mean, yeah,
There's
because
7 of us.
there's plenty of hiding places here, I'm sure.
I do have to stress how bad I am at that.
You have plenty of time.
Are there lots of exits? We're in like a big room, aren't we, in the ruin?
Yeah, so finding an exit would require either navigating the way back you came, or there's no clear exit.
The exit signs are all broke.
So it's like you go back the way you came, or you go towards the sound.
Where are the dim
Or-
lights?
They're coming from the opposite way you came. So like I guess the ruin kind of is like a shotgun style. So it's almost like it just goes in a straight line.
Gotcha.
So there is time to backtrack. They're not coming the way we came in. We're not stuck at the end of we're not in the bottom of a barrel about to be shot.
You know what would be great if the insurgents came back and found the Garimbran. Is it? Did I say that right? Garimbran?
Yeah.
That can't be
Garen
right.
Bright.
It's
Garenbright, that's it.
Garenbright.
Garenbright, that's it.
Something like that.
I can't even
Garenbright.
say it.
It's all right.
We're our super professional podcast here.
Let's just talk to them.
I'd vote for talking to them. They're people, right?
Said the magic word.
Again,
Vote.
the local expert on this unit or side complex, multi-planetary scale conflict says that these people are not likely to negotiate with us.
Yeah, that's true. We need to leave.
Well,
Toronto.
Corinne corrects. She said, I've never been told that there are native tribes that live out here. So I don't know anything about them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's possible that this is not a group of insurgents. And
No, because they fly around. The raiders are in jets. They're who shot our plane down.
yeah, but they have to sleep somewhere. And they're
Probably
not
on their
sleeping-
mothership. I don't know.
Yeah, look at their living situation. It's worn chairs and a fire pit in an abandoned building. I'd be angry too.
Do I see like bones from food, or like do I see anything that looks modern?
No. It's almost like this is like a rest stop, like a halfway point between 2 points.
Just for sitting.
Yeah.
I will yield to the group. My vote is that we leave.
I also think we should probably.
I trust you, Hector. So yeah, I think we need to leave, or if you want to try to hide and look. And
As y'all are discussing all of this,
Uh-oh.
Oh, great.
No, I had a feeling that was.
We took too long.
Wait.
a woman in about her 40s, you'd guess, walks in with an oil burning lamp, and with her, a younger girl, maybe preteen, 12, 14, armed with a shotgun, walks into the room, looking very shocked and surprised to see 7 of you here.
Hello, ma'am. Our plane was shot down. We were stranded. We mean you no harm. We were looking for shelter from some very scary, vicious beings outside, and we apologize if we intruded your space.
She responds in a loud, booming voice, but she's speaking a different language. You can't understand what she's saying. However, in your comms is a translator, but right now it's not translating directly. It's more so in gibberish right now, as if it's trying to learn the language.
Corinne, do you know what she's saying?
I have no idea.
I just, without saying anything, like motion, like put my hands above my head and motion for look around for the group to do that. Because again, this girl does have a shotgun.
The little girl kind of has her hand on her shotgun. She's like looking up at the older woman as if to like be waiting for a signal. You then hear some more shuffling behind those two, and there is a man who is carrying another wounded person on their back. And the woman and the girl kind of like break their eye contact with you guys to like check on the men behind them. But the men kind of like progress into the room and kind of have the same reaction.
He's injured. Can we help them?
Good idea.
What are they wearing? Are they wearing modern clothes?
They're wearing, looks like hide.
Oh.
Hide fur.
I won't. How do we communicate this with them?
And so the men start talking to the older woman and kind of like motioning at you guys as if to be like, who are these people? And your comms start saying gibberish again, but you hear the word intruder come through.
What is the translation of the word that was just changed to intruder? What, like, can I understand?
You can't pick up the translation yet.
Oh, okay. The injured person. Where can I see where they're injured? Like, are they limping or something?
Yeah, so the man is holding the wounded man on his back, and it looks like he's got a big gash in his leg. It's, can you roll recon and intellect, please?
Recon. 12.
Okay. So you can deduce that it looks like a wild animal attacked him. Probably that wolf creature that you encountered.
Okay. And who's got the best medical? Hector? I try to gesture at the person. He's like, "Hey, your leg. His leg. We can help make it better."
Okay, so you're like hand gesturing.
Yeah, like with leg, Hector and I heal. I'm saying the same sentence but just louder because that usually works in
Right,
real
yeah.
life.
That's how
God.
miscommunications between languages work. Is you just shout it, they start understanding.
Yeah.
So the woman is looking at you as you're doing that, but with still like a surprised, and it looks like irritation isn't the right word, but just kind of like, what's going on? I have like so many issues I have to deal with right now. So she is watching you make your gestures, and she looks at the man and says something to him, and the man puts down the wounded man. And your translator is picking up words like wound and blood and heal. So it's getting a little bit better at translating as they continue talking.
Can I grab from the, like, we all have on us the like little bits and pieces from one of the kits, survival kits, but I want to pull out some of the water and like present it, and then like I'll take a drink of it and then like reach out, put it in front to see if they want any.
Okay. So the older woman looks at you and then says something to the man, and like kind of motions her head to the right, like go ahead and go get it. However, the little girl looks like she's at the ready with her shotgun.
Sure. Like no sudden movements, like super slow, and then like I drink it first to show it's safe, and then
Okay. And then the man kind of approaches you and then motions his head and like makes a grunt, like to put it down on the ground.
I do that.
Okay. He grabs the water, and he turns his back and goes to the wounded man.
Okay.
And starts pouring the water on the man's wounds.
Yeah, we got the medical kit.
Yeah, I want to kind of point to the medical kit, point to me, and then point, like, at the same time, one hand pointing to my leg, one hand pointing to the other person's leg.
Okay.
And then, like, kind of bow a little bit. I don't know how to express it. Like, languages are hard.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so the woman starts saying something to you, and then starts saying something to the man who's tending to the wounded man. And so the translator starts saying things like help and friendly and trust. And so then the man who's tending to the wounded man comes and gets the medical supplies.
Okay.
Hey.
I've been keeping my eyes on the tween with the shotgun.
As you should.
I'm keeping my hand close to the hip holster, but not like, you know, obviously putting my hand on there or anything yet, but it's close enough that if need be.
Can I do a thing now? Can I be like, can I put my hand on Tobias's hand to move away from the holster? Then I look at the lady and look at the little girl, and I'm like, can you put your gun down? No weapons. I like, gun? No. We're okay.
She whispers or says something to the little girl, and the little girl doesn't move. And the translator says, don't move.
Nice.
Okay.
I can't blame him.
Well, okay, fine.
Yep, I'm staying ready right where I am. I'm also not moving.
Okay. So the girl isn't keeping her eyes off of you all, but the woman heads over to the group of men, the wounded man and the man tending to him, and they start chattering, going back and forth, and she sounds a little bit worried and seems like she's asking a lot of questions, and the man is just kind of monotone answering her questions, and the comms are picking up more of what they're saying and saying attack, 2 others lost, and where are they?
Can I point to myself, point to my eyes, and then point to the leg, to the injured guy's leg, and then be like kind of tap myself to my goal is to indicate that I want to help with healing this person or treating the injury.
Okay. They don't understand what you're saying.
Sure. I don't do anything until they give me permission to. So again, don't want to get shot with a shotgun.
Yeah. Corinne kind of goes up to you and says, I think the comms have two-way.
I was going to say, do you think that they've figured out a little bit? I'll try it and like kind of tweak it or present and be like, can we help, and just see what comes out of
the older woman pops up and looks at you and kind of looks at the comms on your shoulder and makes like a inquisitive look, and then she says a word, and the comm says, what did you say?
I'll just say it again. Can we help him?
And then she responds with, can you help him?
I nod. All right, I'll just say yes, because I don't know if that nodding may not work in their culture. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she motions her hand to be like, let's see what you can do.
I will take the medical kit and go take a look at the injury.
Okay. Are you like attempting to doctor him, or like?
Yeah, I just like it. Is it what happened to him? First off, like, was this a gunshot wound? Was this like a bite from one of these creatures? What happened?
Can you roll medic and education?
7.
Okay. So it looks like the skin was ripped. So it looks like either a bite mark.
Okay. So probably one of the grim bright things.
Yeah.
I'm saying that so badly.
Yeah. I know I can't. I don't know how to say it. And it's a pretty deep wound.
Okay.
And he's still bleeding.
Gotcha. Can I try to tourniquet it so that to slow the bleeding at least?
Yep.
Okay. Is that another medical roll?
Yeah. Let's do another medic roll.
That's a 9.
Okay. You do. You tourniquet it, and you can see the bleeding has slowed a little bit.
I'll try to bandage it up as well.
Okay.
And then maybe splint the leg so he's not moving it around too much.
Okay. And so the unwounded man, says something to the wounded man, and you can hear him say, like, "Does this hurt?" And the wounded man is kind of just like groaning, and he says yes. And the man then says, "What are you doing?"
And I'll say stopping the bleeding, and then say he needs to eat, and then try to get like some if there's whatever food we have.
We
like
have snacks and
it's like we got the
rations.
vending machine snacks. Yeah.
Okay.
Give him something to kind of try to.
Okay. So he waves like no, and then he goes and gets something out of his pack and gives him some more food and water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. I'll just kind of nod and be like, "Can she put that gun down?" We're no threat.
The man kind of chuckles and then says something to the older woman. Says, "Can you call her off?" And the older woman looks a little like, and then tells little girl to back down, and little girl does.
I will also stand down at that point.
Perfect.
What is everyone else
You're right,
doing?
James.
I mean, I said what I was doing. I was keeping my eyes on that kid. So shots started going off. You just gotta do what you gotta do.
I feel like I was sort of just soothing Finan, just kind of rubbing his arm, just keeping him from making a scene or anything.
Yeah, Finan is kind of just like mumbling to himself. He's very out of his comfort zone. Corinne is just kind of like watching intently, looks very interested. She had no idea that there was any native tribes out here. Obviously, she wants to learn a lot about them. Evan is staying very calm, and he's kind of just observing everything.
And they don't seem surprised by Evan at all.
They haven't noticed Evan yet.
Okay.
Yeah, they haven't noticed Evan or Finan.
What's his deal? Why is he so chill?
Evan?
Yeah.
A lot of weed.
Big bag of weed.
Yep.
Big old bag of weed. That would do it.
Can I ask him a question? I say, we crashed here. Our ship was attacked. How do we get out of here?
Who are you asking?
Just the native folk.
They say, the older woman responds and she says, "You crashed here. What happened to your ship?"
It was attacked. It was hit by a missile.
A missile? What's a missile?
We're there.
I love it.
We have had no contact with the bright lights in the distance. I'm not sure what to tell you of how to get out of here. We've never left.
What direction do we need to go to get to the bright lights in the distance?
You need to head southeast.
Thank you.
As you can see, one of my soldiers has been attacked by the Gurinim-Brights. Have you run into any of those?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Very recently.
Did you hurt it?
Yes.
Okay. That might explain why they came after us.
Sorry about that. I was trying to not get my head chopped off.
You didn't happen to see two other people out there,
No.
did you? Two of our members are missing. After we were attacked by one Gurinim-Bright, two of my soldiers disappeared. I'm not sure where they are.
Is it safe for us to travel out in the night to look for them?
I wouldn't recommend it. They travel in packs. Their whole tactic is corralling people corralling their prey into a smaller space and then ambushing them.
Like this one?
This is a large indoor space.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we're not outside.
Doesn't mean that they can't find us if we stay too long.
Okay.
But since you all have been out there and have seen the Gurren and Brait, I was hoping you had ran into my 2 soldiers.
No, sorry.
Do you have a safe place that we can go if this is not the safe place?
Our village is about a day's trip from here. We usually use this as kind of our rest stop. It is halfway between our hunting grounds and our village. So this is kind of our safe area. So this was our only option to come to heal.
What direction is your village? Because we need to head southeast to the bright lights.
I need to go north.
About how long do you think it would take us to get to the bright lights?
If I had to guess, you're looking at maybe two days. I've never gone that far, so I'm not sure.
That's fine. You know the layout better than we do, so.
Apart from the Gurren and Brights.
Gurren and Brights.
Gurren and Brait.
Gurren and Brights. The anemones. Do you have any other enemies on the island?
They're it. And they're so powerful that I couldn't even imagine if there was another predator out there.
They're not the cause of the bright lights, are they?
That I'm not sure. There are, our tribe is a storytelling tribe, so luckily we've been able to preserve some old stories about the bright lights, and the lights used to be much brighter, I've been told. But the Gurren and Brights have been around as long as my tribe can remember.
How many of you are there?
We have a healthy population and growing, so we are thriving out here. But surviving gets harder and harder every year.
Sure.
I wonder if these brighter lights in the past were like this office building, if there used to be more of a advanced civilization in this area for whatever happened.
Okay. Well, they said they were storytelling, and so they could probably give us the history of this place and know some stuff. Is it worth going there or going straight to the source? I'm talking to the team.
Yeah, going to the village or heading toward the lights.
I'm actually going to look at Corinne. Like, hey, just gonna point. Like, can we see these lights from where we're at?
You're asking Corinne this?
Well, I'm asking you.
Oh, yes, you can see very dim on the horizon the lights of the high port.
Like, Corinne, is this where we need to go? Like, is that the direction that we need to be going? Is that the city?
That's what I think.
That's what I'm thinking too. As the sooner we get to technological civilization, the better we'll be.
Okay.
And going one day the opposite direction to potentially then have to go 3 days back the way we came doesn't seem.
And judging by the welcome we got for their pit stop, I'm not sure they want us to come to their village.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, if we came with them, I'm sure we'd be welcomed because, we have an envoy. But you make it's the opposite direction of where we need to go.
Yeah, that's the biggest one.
I want to. What's her name?
Oh, the older woman?
Yeah.
Do you ask her?
Yes.
I guess introducing ourselves is probably a good thing.
You're gonna laugh because the name. She says, "My name is Amelia,
Eh.
and I am the leader of our tribe."
Oh.
Amelia, back at your village, Stars, how long has your tribe been here? As far as your stories tell you, how long has your tribe been?
I am the 6th leader that we have record of.
Amazing. So a question that I have for you would be, at your village, do you have anything there that might have been something like with, say like wheels and seats by chance? Do you know what a carriage is?
I've never heard that word before.
Excellent.
Just draw it.
Yeah, I do have art. I absolutely could just take a piece of, like, just in the dirt, I'm going to start drawing a car, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm going to point, it's like, do you have anything that looks like that somewhere in your village?
No.
Okay. Anything that may have had, like, and I'll kind of draw out, like, some little components or something like that. Something that may have had this or this, like, that has gotten repurposed. Like, you know, your chairs look like, and I'll draw, like, chairs to like fucking Audi A8 or something like that. And
She seems confused on what you're trying to figure out.
Okay.
She's like, are you asking if we have technology?
Yes.
No, we don't.
Okay.
I'm actually quite confused on what you all are wearing. And I found it quite interesting that we can talk to each other right now.
That's what this thing did. It's automatically translating what we're saying to each other.
How many of these do we have? Could we give them one?
You guys just have
I would love
enough
to
for
violate the Prime Directive right now.
Well, and is it still translating in the sense of, like, she says it in her native tongue, and then it goes in English
I would
to
imagine
us?
that's what's happening.
And the same with us. If we're saying something and then it goes in their native tongue. So
Yeah.
it's taking a longer time to communicate.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just want to know if you guys had any technology that you guys, that'd be able to help us get to that area. But that's okay. Not a deal breaker on that. Just kind of affirms where we need to go.
our tribe is incredibly familiar with these lands. We just make it a point not to go too far towards the bright lights. We have our boundaries.
Having a guide would be super helpful. Also, is there water between us and the bright lights?
Yes, there is.
We're gonna need those rafts.
Let's go back and get them in the morning.
I think we only have one. I was checking my notes.
I wrote 2 down on mine. That's
2
weird.
rafts?
I wrote down we had 2 medical kits and 1 raft.
That's what I wrote down, too.
I had 2 rafts and 1 medical kit, so I probably should.
I didn't write anything down because I assumed you guys were going to. So.
We have an
You
emergency.
assumed. You just didn't account for us being
character.
incorrect.
Yeah, that's true.
Two
So
personal
as y'all
communications.
are kind of getting to know each other and chatting and strategizing, you hear running footsteps coming
Uh-oh.
from where y'all came in, and it's a male and female teenagers, and they look pretty frantic, and they blow right past you guys and go straight to Amelia and start talking super fast, and you overhear that there's a pack of Grin and Brights coming,
There it is.
and she hugs them and says, "I'm so glad you're safe. I was so worried. I thought that you were killed. How many were there?" And they say 3 or 4 or maybe even 5. So Amelia tells you guys it looks like their plan has worked. They've corralled us in here. They know we're in here, and they're coming our way.
Let them come. We'll get them.
Well said.
Okay. Dun, dun, dun. So, pack of Grin and Brights are coming towards you all and the locals or the natives. We'll find out what happens in the next one.
Exciting.